Did you know about Santa Claus? No character is more iconic to youngsters throughout the Christmas season than Santa Claus. Throughout the year, parents educate their children on the significance of being courteous and well-behaved to make his good list. But where did Santa come from? And how has he remained an iconic Christmas character throughout the years? Santa is most known as the guy who distributes gifts on Christmas Eve. But his beginnings are far from fiction. Santa's origins may be traced back to 280 AD. Saint Nicholas of Myra was an Orthodox Christian bishop who was born to a rich family of Greek Christians in the coastal city of Patara in Asia Minor. He was a very wealthy man since his parents died when he was young, leaving him a large inheritance. He was also a very compassionate man, with a reputation for assisting the underprivileged and delivering discreet presents to those in need. He became recognized as a defender of children and seafarers, and by the Renaissance, he had become one of Europe's most popular saints. People from the Netherlands carried the tale of Sinterklaas with them when they traveled to New World colonies. By the late 1700s, the narrative of the benevolent Sinterklaas had entered American popular culture as Dutch families gathered to commemorate the saint's death, and the name developed to Santa Claus through time. Saint Nicholas became famous again in the 1800s, when writers, poets and painters rediscover the old legends. Santa Claus is frequently pictured as flying from house to house on Christmas Eve to bring presents to children. He soars on his magical sleigh, accompanied by his reindeers. To deliver the gifts, Santa enters each home through the chimney. On Christmas Eve, children frequently leave cookies and milk for Santa, as well as carrots, for his reindeers. To select who receives gifts on Christmas morning, Santa Claus has a good list and a naughty list. And parents frequently use these lists to ensure their children are on their best behavior. Rudolph, the most famous of the reindeer, was born more than a century after his 8 flying companions. Robert L. May, a writer at Montgomery Ward, created the Red-Nosed Wonder. May produced a Christmas-themed story poem in 1939 to help drive holiday visitors to his store. May wrote the story of Rudolph, a young reindeer, which the other animals teased because of his big blazing red nose. However, when Christmas Eve became foggy, and Santa became concerned that he wouldn't be able to deliver gifts that night, Rudolph rescued the day by steering the sleigh with the light of his red nose. Rudolph's message was that if given the chance, a liability may be converted into an asset. And if you're wondering why Santa selected the North Pole as his residence, the explanation is simple: to keep his reindeers alive. Reindeers are adapted to colder areas, and they can tolerate temperatures as low as -88 Fahrenheit. It was only natural for Santa to live in a region where the cold weather would be most useful to his helpers. According to a Christmas urban legend, Coca-Cola invented Santa's red suit and may even own Santa. This is definitely not true. Saint Nicholas wore his bishop's red robes long before cola was developed. He donned a variety of hues during Victorian times and prior, but red was always his favorite. Did you also know that Rudolph and Santa's other reindeers might be all girls? Only female reindeers retain their antlers during the winter. By Christmas, most males have shed their antlers and are conserving energy in preparation for the growth of a new set in the spring. So, did you discover anything new today? Can you think of any other interesting fact we should include? Leave them in the comments section below. We enjoy hearing from you.